Ready? And good morning, everybody. It is Fabulous Friday featuring Diane Kinlaw. Now, Diane, I met you like 5 years ago, and you welcomed me so wonderfully in the Holly Springs Small Business Networking and in the Wing Group. In fact, it was you and Christine, but both of them you were. And it was just really lovely to be welcomed, a new Brit in America, and it was like, we'll look after your kiddo. And so thank you for that. Now, everybody, Diane is very well known in our area. She is one of the best mortgage lenders that you can ever meet. And I know you do great work. I know, because you get awards all the time. So Diane, tell everybody what you do and how you can help them.
Well, awesome. First, I just want to say thank you for having me. And when you're saying 5 years, I actually feel like I've known you longer than 5 years. Like, I really, really do. I feel like when I met you, it was an instant friendship. So it's been great to get to know you on a better level and watching you support small businesses as well, because that is a big passion of mine. I tell folks all the time that I'm a mortgage lender and blah, 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 blah. People don't want to really talk about it. They think it's just interest rates and, oh, I already own a home. And there's a lot more to me than just that. I tell folks I like to kind of be known as a community connector, probably first, and maybe a mortgage lender second.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, supporting the local community is just it's important to me. And I think when you do that, everything kind of comes organically just afterwards. All the good stuff happens. But since we're here to talk about mortgage lending, I'm happy to report that the market has seen improvements. I think that's what everybody's, asking, and, people who have maybe wanting to buy, or maybe they wanted to upgrade or downgrade, and they've been kind of holding out because of interest rates. They think that they're just kind of bananas. Um, and honestly, the market is starting to reset, so that's good news. So probably the first thing I like to tell people is I'm an educator at heart when it comes to mortgages. I deal a lot of folks who are moving, even from out of the country, like you all did,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not sure how the process works. It's very different. And I'm always like, give me a call. Let's sit down. Phone calls are free. That's what I like to tell folks. And
Mm-hmm.
let's start that process to make sure that, maybe you don't have all the paperwork and everything ready to go, but maybe in a year you do, or maybe you were with a major company that transferred you to the States. And, so we do have work history, you do have an established credit score of some sort. So there's definitely ways that we can help folks moving, even in from out of the country. So.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you've got some immediate, like, I know I've heard you say this before, is that if you are wanting to buy a house or do something, please do not go and spend any other big monies, like on a new car or something like that. Can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah. When you're in the process, we verify your assets and your credit score. So let's say you're about 2 weeks from being a homeowner, we're in the middle of the process, and you're buying a new construction. So you got to buy, refrigerators and washers and dryers and all of that stuff. And that is going to start depleting the assets that we looked at for verifying to make sure that you have enough in reserves, and that you have enough cash to close. And a lot of people don't have the cash, so they will open extra credit cards, which just adds to more of your debt. So let's say you're at, one of the big box stores like Lowe's or Home Depot, and you're buying all of these things to have it delivered the day you buy, the day you're moving in. Well, when your credit gets pulled, the credit score goes down. So everything that we look at when we do mortgages with your interest rate, it's based on your credit score, what kind of loan you're getting, how much the loan is, um, how much you have in assets. So we need to stay very plain Jane for 30 days when we're in the process. And you can buy your refrigerators and your new cars and all that stuff the day after we close.
Yeah, please.
Please, please.
Just
The
wait.
running the running joke is, the new homeowner rolls up to the attorney's office in a brand new BMW, and you're like, I did not see that. I did not see that.
What happens? Can it just be pulled?
Yeah. If your debt to income ratio is really close to the top of the line and all of a sudden you're adding new debt, like you might not qualify anymore.
Oh my
So
God.
that would be scary, right?
Well,
You have
that would
all
be,
your deposit money down, you're ready to go, and it's like, uh-oh.
yeah.
Mhm.
And your freezer and your tumble dryer and your washing machine and dishwasher arrive and there's no house for them to go into.
Exactly. Yeah.
That would no, that would that so that's really good advice. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess anything where you have to give your social security number to is a big no-no
Yes. Yes.
to
Yes.
verify you.
I had a client of mine go under contract over the weekend, and that's why I was a couple minutes late. I was having the conversation with them to say, okay, we're starting the process that we talked about. Now is the time. We don't touch our money. We don't touch our credit cards. We don't do any of those things.
Okay, yeah,
We don't
hands
quit our jobs.
off. No, no, don't suddenly do that.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh, good. Okay. And then now I also know you're a big golfer. So tell us about that.
Oh, well, I definitely swing a lot. Um,
Are
I enjoy it.
you sure you wanted to
I
say that?
I know, I swing a golf club a lot. It is it's a lot. I enjoy it. My husband got me interested in golf probably I think maybe 7 years ago. I think it was 2016. So yeah, 2016 or 2017, we joined the golf club, and uh, it was fun because I got to meet like all new people too.
Yeah.
I am not great, but I do have a good time. I invite people all the time, like, if you want to come play, come play. Don't expect great things out of me, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, I can play badly.
Badly, yeah.
Really badly. I actually just like to hit a bucket of balls, you know? I find that is just
hmm
so good just to whack them out. I mean, mine don't go very far. But I don't
Well,
care.
and where else can you be where it's beautiful scenery, right? You get to drive a little golf cart. Sometimes you have a cocktail or two. So it's
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And I'll kind of do kudos to my husband. He was in a tournament over the weekend and he was a flight winner. So he in the his kind of group of competition, he won. So they kind
Oh,
of broke them up
good.
in groups. Yeah, so we had a good weekend with that.
Yeah, it's nice. And then I know that you also do a lot of that with the community as well, don't you? There's golfing and community events.
Yeah, so I do. I will push some charity events. Like Meg Smile is a big charity that's local to Holly Springs. They do a big fundraiser weekend where they do a golf tournament, they do a casino night. But a lot of nonprofits, it's a good way for them to raise money. So you can sponsor or pick, three other people and, be your own foursome and just have a really good time. And your money's going to a good cause.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
a win-win situation.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
And then I know you do a lot with Bombshell Brewery, don't you?
I do. We do First Friday fundraisers and we partner with them. And they're so generous and they're so big into supporting community as well. So the first Friday of every month, we pick a nonprofit and we make sure that they're local. And then Bombshell donates 15% of their beer sales. And then we kind of set up the table up at the entrance, and it's about getting them noticed. It's about spreading the word of who they are. Our next one is September 3rd or 4th is a Friday. I'm not sure. I don't have my calendar in front of me. But Horse and Buddy is going to be our local charity. So
Oh,
always,
wonderful.
and they're ones that come back every year. So I love it. Janet and her crew, we have a really good time. We will usually, we could do 50-50 raffles. Sometimes the charities will bring baskets in to raffle off. So we sell tickets for that. I tell people, like, we're not making thousands of dollars, but I guess just spreading that word because we tag them all over social media, everyone's taking pictures. We're like, please tag. And every Friday there's always live music and they always have a great food truck. So
Oh,
it's always a good
nice.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fun, fun. Okay, I
hmm
love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
good, good. And so, Diane, how can people find you? Because where is your office?
So my office is actually in Cary, off of Cary Parkway, not too far off Cary Parkway and High House Road.
Hmm.
I always have an open door. Come see me anytime. It's not an
Okay,
address we can, I guess, put in comments, but it's 100 Tower View Court.
okay.
But you can also find me in and around Holly Springs. Like people want to meet for coffee, like I'll get my morning started sometimes in town or sometimes at the end of the day for maybe, a glass of wine or, dinner or something like that to talk about, the situation of purchasing. Sometimes they just need to be, educated and they always think their
Absolutely.
questions are
Yeah.
silly. And I'm like, no, there's no silly questions.
Yeah, and that's what I love about you and actually and Christine as well. That you're really open to all the silly questions because I always have lots of. To me, they might sound silly, but to me they're like those
Yeah.
really itty bitty things that run through my head, and that's what I like about you guys. You were just generous with your time and
Yes.
like instead of like going, oh, it's scary mortgage lender. No, friendly, it's fine.
Yes. Well, and I don't want to sell is what I tell people. I don't chase and I don't solicit. I want us to have a partnership and that's with my clients and with my referral partners, whether it's someone like yourself or a real estate agent.
Yeah.
It's like we need to be peers and partners and that's how we get our clients across the finish line together. Like we all have to work together. It's smooth communication, makes for a smooth transaction is what I like to say. So
So true. So true.
And, I love my out of the box people too. So not everybody fits in a perfect little, box with a bow. There's lots of loan products out there for people who are self-employed, foreign nationals. Like there's a ton of products out there.
Yeah.
And we don't expect people to do the research. That's why you have me. Let me do the research for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Thank you. And thank you
Mhm.
for doing that. And thank you for being you. Because as you know, I'm definitely out of the box. I'm way over
I'm
there.
kind of outside of the box too, so I might be a lot for some people.
Oh,
I'm in the box and then I'm overflowing the box. How about that?
yeah. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anyway, we could probably chat forever. We'll
I know.
leave it
I'm like,
there.
let's do this all
Yeah, just
day.
a little chit chat, and then everybody have a wonderful weekend, and it's goodbye from me, Claudia Rickard, and it's goodbye from Diane Kinlaw. So thank you, everybody. Take care. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Bye.